Well, hello there. You join me here in the middle of nowhere. And before I forget, please like, share and subscribe if you can. It really does help the channel. It's one of those things that YouTube really insist on. As most of my viewers aren't subscribed anyway, surprisingly. It's yeah, it makes all the difference to get my video out there. Anyway, so while Sarah's taken the dog for a little bit of a walk around this field, I'm going to get set up. I'm going to get my drone out the back of the car and get it all set up and ready for a quick flight. Like I said, I used to come here cycling a lot. I used to cycle down this road, down that road there, and then go down to there. So we'll see how we get on from that when we get up there. Today I'm using the Avata 2. Now this is a drone that I bought second hand off eBay. For a fraction of the cost. I've got 3 batteries, a battery charger and the drone itself. If you know how much the batteries cost, you'll be surprised. But yeah, I paid just over £200 for 3 batteries and the drone and the charger. Now if I'd bought that brand new, it would have cost a fortune. So I think I'm lucky to have got it. Anyway, so I've flown it around the garden, I've set up everything, and we'll see. If you, well, I should have said this at the beginning, but I'm going to also put this up on my drone only channel, Retro Rises Above. But so this is a bit of like my vlog channel for Retro Thinks Aloud. So I'll probably allow to rabbit on a bit for this one. So anyway, I'm just going to take it up now, and we'll see what we can see. I've got the as you are probably aware, if you are a drone flyer and you've flown FPV, you'll know how addictive it can be. Now I had one flight with it and I was hooked. I just love FPV. It's none of this having to you know, play around with sticks. You just got a controller and play like that. Anyway, so I'm going to get up and go flying. So this will be my maiden flight of this Avata 2. Yeah, I know I've been flying around the garden, but I don't count that as a flight because it don't go above this eye for a start. Anyway, rabbiting over, back to the video. See you then. Bye then. So, goggles on, lift off. Let's go. Now, I've only ever flown in relatively light winds, and especially as this is a new drone, I thought I'd be okay because when I left the house, it said the wind speed was going to be about 6 miles an hour. But by the time I got out there, it was 13 miles an hour. So this is why I'm struggling, because the camera actually has a rock steady feature which keeps the image that I see at home would be dead level. Whereas actually in the goggles that I'm looking at real time is leaned over. As you can see, that the picture image is dead level. But what I can see through the goggles is absolutely completely different. Anyway, so ahead of us is a working quarry and a nice lake. I didn't know there was a bit of a lake there. But as you can see, the changing images in the waters, that's the polarizing lens and the camera leaning over. So the polarizing lens should have taken out the reflection. Which it did a little bit, I suppose. Anyway, right ahead there you can see the working quarry, and there's a bit of it to the right hand side of the screen. There's a working digger. That's I'm not quite sure what they're digging up and what they're mining on that part of the quarry. But yeah, I used to come cycling down this road here from the right down across the left there. Where the car's parked, and I would end up going, it was a slight downhill, so you could get up some speed, but this bend here was a bit dangerous because you're tempted to go on the wrong side of the road as you're going around the corner. Yeah, so that road goes off to a bit of a pond, not a pond, what am I talking about, a bit of a river. It's the runoff from all the fields goes down into a drain, which is right ahead of us now. There's a nice little bridge there that the road goes over. But yeah, I didn't realise all this was here. I thought this was all farmland. I didn't know that there was a quarry there until I took the drone up. But it's an absolutely lovely day. 30 odd degrees, it said. There we go. So I'm just going to go out and test the wind speed lower down to see if I'm getting any wind warnings. So I'm not that high now, as you can see. I'm not that high, and it really is struggling. And as we turn round, you will see that it's really beginning to struggle now. Now I'm backside onto the wind, and you saw the high-speed wind warning come up. So a bit of a repeat of that first shot. So one thing I haven't tested yet on this drone is the emergency return to home. And of course, using the controller, it's a bit of a, you're trying to touch the buttons blindfolded. So I do eventually get it. So what I'm actually thinking to myself is I'll come in for a landing. So I've told Sarah I'm coming in for a landing, so she gets back in the car. And then just as I'm thinking, well, I'm going to land now, I thought, well, no, I need to test the emergency return to home function. So if you lose signal or you get a low battery, the drone will actually do an emergency procedure where it comes back to the landing pad, or supposed to come back to the landing pad. So anyway, I've decided now that I'm going to go off and do this emergency landing. So I turn around, fly a little way into the field, and it takes me a second or two to flap about with the buttons. Now, the button that I'm pressing changes it from normal mode into sports mode, but if you press and hold it, it goes into emergency return to home. And here we go. You'll see as I start to rotate, that means I press the button. There we go, coming round. Going up to its preset height of 130 feet. You'll come down, hover over the landing pad and then land. Now, what's the bet that it misses the landing pad? As it's quite an older drone, they're not quite as accurate as hitting the landing pad. Not like the Mini 5 or the Mini 4. This thing has a tendency to miss the mat by a few feet. As there you can see, it's coming down a few feet away. Well, hello there. I'm back at the second destination of the church at Katik. I'll show you that in a minute. But I was just about to get the drone out, and I thought, well, it was giving me a high wind warning on my last drone flight, so I thought I'd better check the weather, see what the wind speed is, and it says it was 13. I don't know what the gusts are, but I didn't want to push it, so I'm going to call it a day. It's rather warm here anyway, so I'm going to pack up and go home, which is a shame. So anyway, let's turn around and show you let's unclip you first and turn you around. Right, there we go. There's the church at Katik, and I'm on the side of the road parked. So I parked slightly further away so I can get a run over the top and Sarah could see it. But it's not going to work out, is it? What with the wind speed? Anyway, so the Avata 2 second-hand worked out absolutely perfect. I'm really pleased with my purchase. Yeah, it was in absolute pristine condition when I got it. Not a single mark, not a scuff, nothing. Absolutely pristine. And from the battery count, it's doing really well as well. So the batteries haven't really used that much either. So I'm really happy. Anyway, let's carry on and go home.